Hi everyone, so today I'm going to show you how to move a document to another document library within a subsite of SharePoint 2013. Now, in previous examples we have hard-coded where the document library is going to be, but this is going to be dynamically generated, so we're going to choose the document library via a drop-down list, and that will then move the document to that document library. Okay, so the first thing I've got is my drop-off document library called drop-off, and I've added a custom entity called MetaCode, and that's going to be where we're going to store the location of the document library. I also have a subsite as well called demo site, so let's go and create another subsite as well while we're here. And we'll call this demo site 2. Okay. And I'm just going to say create, and just to make life easier, I'm just going to show all the navigation and say create. When this is created, we'll then create another subsite for this. So here we are. So let's go and create another subsite. And we'll call this Hello World, because no demo is complete without Hello World example. And again, to make life easier when it comes to navigating, we'll just show it all the navigation. When this is done, we just need to tell K2 about these subsites. So we're just going to go and add the K2 app. We're just going to click on that in the App Store. And that's going to start installing that for us. While we're waiting for that to install, I'm also going to create a list at the top layer, and that list is going to hold basically all the names of the subsites, so we can create a drop-down list later on. So I'm just going to call an app and a custom list. We're going to call this, we'll call these matter codes. And I'm just going to add another column. I'll just call this URL. Okay. Just going to add in some items in here. So we'll just call this matter code demo, and the URL for that is demo site subsite. And I'll save that, and we'll create one more. No, not column. call this hello world. That is demo site 2. Hello world. Okay, so there is our Mad codes. Just going to check to see if that K2 app is now installed. It has. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just tell K2 about this document library. I'm just going to run the K2 app. And it's just going to go through and says it all up for me. Okay, so now that's done. We can now add into the palette some objects. I'm just going to make this site to all sites and subsites and say OK. So that's going to go off and create a small object so K2 is aware of this document library. I've already done the same with the previous one. And now I'm just going to do the same with Mad codes. And I create a small object on that. So that will then create that based on that SharePoint list. And you go in as our small object. Okay, and let's go back to the portal, and now we can start building our workflow. So I'm going to go back to my drop-off library. And I'm going to go to the library here. And I'm going to go to the K2 application here. And I'm going to create new application. And I'm just going to make that sites and libraries. I'm also going to have a form as well. And it's going to replace the other box SharePoint form. And I'm also going to have a workflow as well. Give my workflow a name. And I'm going to say OK. What it's going to do now, it's going to go and create that small object. It's going to create those forms and replace those SharePoint forms with K2 Smart Forms. And then it's going to load up the workflow designer for us as well. Okay, so here's my design canvas. So the first thing I want to do is go reference to the document library. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here, I'm going to go down to libraries. and I'm going to get a library reference. So I'm going to do is just drag that across. And what library reference is going to do, it's going to reference the new library we're going to move our document to. Okay. So I've chosen the site collection, and what we need to do now is basically navigate to that particular the document library we want to choose to go to. So what we're going to do is we're going to use that matter code item, and we're just going to drag that across to there. And we know that the document library is always called the same thing, so we're just going to call that documents. And we're okay, we're good to go. And then we can add another outcome. We'll call this move doc. Then we'll then go to our document events. And we will use the move document event. And again, we'll just drag that in like that. We're then going to choose the document library where it's coming from. And now we can choose the document library reference file. Okay, and next. And finish. Oh, just not going to need that for now, and finish. And that's it, really simple. And you'll just say deploy. All it's doing now is just checking to make sure we haven't done anything silly, and then it's going to deploy it to the K2 server. Okay, now it's done. We can close and exit that. And we can go and edit this form. This is loading up the code design now. And what I'm going to do is change this matter code field text box into a drop-down list. And we're just going to choose that matter code SharePoint list that we created earlier. Okay, and we're just going to change display to title. And I'm going to change the value to URL. Okay. And finish. And we're just going to check that in. And now we can test it. So let's go and add document. So I'm just going to rename this so we don't get any overwriting issues. Just going to add in my car rental receipt. And it's going to choose automatic code demo. And we'll start the workflow. Okay. So there is our subsite there. Just refresh this. And if we go to our demo site, go into our subsite, go into our documents. There you go, you can see there is our car rental receipt there from a few seconds ago. And if we go back to Dropbox, we go back to top, to the Dropbox folder. And you can see it's now gone. Just one more time. We go to Files, upload a document, with the airfare receipt, it's okay. And this time we'll go to Hello World and we'll start the workflow. So there's our Hello World demo site. Let's go demo site 2 now. Let's go to Hello World. Let's go to our documents folder. And there it is. So that's a way of moving a document from a top layer document library to any number of the subsites document libraries. Thank you.